Welcome back. The Marquette Law School poll is out Tuesday, a snap poll asking Wisconsinites specifically about the failed tax relief deal and its potential impact on the November elections.
Marquette Law School poll director Charles Franklin joins us now ahead of the poll's release. Charles, thanks for being here.
Good to be here.
So walk us through what you're asking of voters in the field in this poll.
Well, fundamentally, we're asking them, do they think the bill that was proposed should have been passed by the state or by the legislature, or should it have been defeated? That's really the number one question I have, is whether people are happy or unhappy about the ultimate outcome of the bill. But we're also going to ask about the fiscal impacts of the bill, an issue that's come up initially and now has come up more recently as well, about whether this bill should have been delayed rather than passed right now.
Charles, this poll was not planned. What was the importance of jumping into the field to capture this snapshot in this moment?
Yeah, we've very rarely done something like this, but we have the technology to do a quicker poll now that we did not have in the past. This bill may not be the most important bill the legislature has ever considered, but it was certainly one of the more surprising outcomes, at least to me, of a Democratic governor united with Republican leadership on a major bill that they've been working on since the winter. And for that to go down in the way it did, defeated by 3 Republican Senate votes and all of the Democratic votes, was a really surprising outcome to me. And I really wanted to know, how's the public reacting to this? Do they think this is a big deal, something that will affect their votes come November? Another question we asked. Or is this something that voters are going to sort of pass off? So that was the real motivation.
The vote and everything really surrounding it was pretty messy politically. As you mentioned, we'll hear from voters on how they feel about how all of it went down in the poll. But what is the potential fallout from all of this?
Well, I think it's really complicated because given that 3 Republican senators alone were enough to sink the bill without Democratic support, and that Representative Tiffany opposed it, as well as did most of the Democratic gubernatorial candidates, you really have conflicting signals here to partisans about whose party is on which side. The one really clear signal, of course, is where Tony Evers was on this. And so he's an interesting reference point for whether people agree with Evers more or whether they agree with their party's gubernatorial candidates, regardless of which party they're in.
You mentioned the technology on this. Walk us through, what does this sample size look like? What should our takeaway be when this poll comes out on Tuesday?
Yeah, this will be smaller than our usual polls. We normally do 800 registered voters. This is a sample of 450 adults in the state. It's conducted in just 2 days, and so that's a shorter field period than we normally use. The advantage of this is these respondents are people who are sampled randomly. There's still random sampling like our standard always is, but these people were sampled in the past and have agreed to do surveys. And that means that we can contact them very quickly and get the results back very quickly without sacrificing the random sampling that's the core of how we do all of our polling at the Marquette Law School.
There's going to be a ton of eyes on this. The poll results coming out Tuesday. Marquette Law School poll director Charles Franklin. Charles, thanks for the preview.
Thank you.
Coming up, Memorial Day ceremonies happening across the state this weekend. We'll take you to the Field of Flags, the Gold Star families honored, and the more than 27,000 Wisconsinites who've given the ultimate sacrifice.